of New York town. This country boy is a singing when the sun goes down. He had all the answers about the way things ought to be. Some folks came to listen, some folks couldn't see that there's pain in his fingers, pain in his heart, trying to make a living, searching for a brand new start.
Yeah! Who's drinking on that bus?
And a big hey now to all our friends off to the Mohegan Sun Poconos.
That's right.
A special edition of Keeping Country Strong on board West Point Tours.
That's right. You can't drink any less, but you can drink a lot more on this bus, baby.
So everybody off on the Mohegan Sun trip.
When the heck is that? When is that?
We're going to play the show.
Yeah, we're going to play the show and drive you all crazy on the bus.
Our favorite entertainer, Carmine the crooner, could not make it in person because it's a Friday
so we
trip.
tricked him into doing this show. I know how that deal works.
So he's playing
here.
for everybody tonight on Keeping Country Strong, and everybody on the motor coach is going to get to see it too. So thanks for coming along on the trip, everybody. And for everybody in Port Jervis Deer Park, we are live tonight.
We are live out in Port Jervis, New York.
And we got a book signing. Our good friend, Cindy Nolte, has a book signing at the Patisserie Francese. Is that right?
That don't sound right.
In Milford, it doesn't, but it's in Milford, 7:30 to 9:30.
She's a member here.
Saturday night, folks.
Her and her husband are members here, and they donate
on
a
the show
lot
a
of
few weeks
stuff
ago.
for our station.
Yes.
Sweetheart, and she's got a new book out. Actually, it was in the Pike County Dispatch this week, an article about it, and she's going to be up in Poughkeepsie soon too. And if you'd like to come on the old cowboy show up there,
that'd be great. She was on our show a few weeks ago, folks, and here's a card. You probably see this around town in Port Jervis, Milford, and Matamoros, probably on the counters. Grab one so you know it's Saturday night. You can check it out. 7:30 to 9:30.
Yeah, it'd be like
She's
an hour or
two. She's
two.
a best-selling author.
Right.
And the last time she was on, about a month ago?
Yeah.
She gave us.
Well, she helped me co-host while you were doing stuff
yeah,
with the kids.
And we had her on as a guest because of the book signing, and she gave me a copy of the book, and I read most of it. I didn't read the entire book yet, but whenever I get a chance, I read about 10, 15 pages. It's really good.
Well, when you put my book up, you'll never stop reading.
Finding Peace in an Out-of-Control World. It's a really good book.
Because I'm going to tie you to a chair and put it on the screen in front of you.
I would love to read a book on your life story. That would be cool.
There's a lot of stuff.
You could talk about it. Why not?
Yeah.
Put it in a book so people have to pay for it. Don't give out any free information.
No, there's a ton of stuff about everything. We're going to have a thing called Gig.
You got to have a Willie story that you've held back from us.
I got a lot of Willie stories.
That you've held back from us because you're open for Willie Nelson twice. And I know there's a story somewhere in the back of your head that you're not going to tell everybody.
What's left in the back of my head,
You're saving it for a book. I know it.
Hey, and we gotta say a salute out to my guitar player who just passed away, Brian Emmerich, and he's gonna be missed. And I'd like to thank all the musicians and friends of mine that came, and Brian's friends who came out to the service. Tons of food, and it was a lot of people talking. And even this other guy out here is gonna come sit down here if he ever gets over here. Banjo, he had a few words to say.
Banjo Ron, yeah.
Banjo Ron.
There were so many musicians there. Did anybody write? You had like 30 musicians sitting around talking and reminiscing about Brian's life. Did anybody write a song?
Not yet.
But I bet a song comes out of that day, right? Somewhere along the way, someone's going to write a song. You had so many talented people together in one room that someone's going to write a song on it on that day, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe Fred will.
It was good 80 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It must have been 95, 100 degrees inside that place. There were so many people.
Yeah.
That's a big hall too.
They didn't have air conditioning?
Nope.
Oh.
Had fans on it.
Had a lot of food though. It was good, and a lot of people came, and it was great.
Banjo Ron, you performed all over the Northeast, right?
Well, quite a bit. I've never been to Maine.
Maine.
Don't go to Maine.
I've been to Maine. Maine's it's a nice in the summer, you know.
They'll be eating crabs
Bar
up
Harbor,
there.
Maine is nice. We did a-
Lobster.
I've heard a lot of it.
We did a trip with, we did a trip where we went up through Niagara Falls, ended up in Canada, went around to Toronto, came back into the United States, and went across Vermont. We had like a week. We went to Vermont, New Hampshire, no hotel reservations at all in the heart of the summer.
Wow.
And we ended up in Bar Harbor, Maine. We got a room right on the water, and there was a restaurant right next door where you'd go in the morning. In the afternoon, the lobster boats would come in, and you would pick what lobster you wanted, and they'd tag it with your name on it, and go back at like 6 o'clock for dinner in the restaurant, and that was the lobster you have.
And then
Fresh out of the water.
You would spit the tag out. Yeah, that's mine.
It was nice. No, Bar Harbor was nice. It was really nice, but it was like the second week in July, and
Oh,
it was
fresh!
still
Imagine
cold.
that's really good when it's fresh
cold?
like
You
that.
couldn't go in the water.
No.
You know what I mean? But it was
Well,
not cold.
you
But it
know,
was maybe 70s.
Massachusetts,
maybe.
you know, it's
70s
60
or
degrees.
80s.
No.
Yeah, but they have beaches. They have actual beaches, but nobody goes in the water.
No, it stays cold up there. I know.
Yeah,
that.
but
I
it's-
know a lot
it's
of
really
places
nice
nobody
country.
go in
People
the
are really
water.
nice. People are really nice.
Hey, wait a minute. Bullville.
Oh, we got that out of the way. Congratulations to Bullville Fire Company.
Oh, they
Celebrated
had.
their 40th anniversary in service this past Saturday. They had a little parade on like half a mile. Bullville's not very big, folks, but and it was very enjoyable. I had my son's t-ball game, so I missed the parade, but they had a great time. They had a barbecue afterwards, and so shout out to Bullville. They did a great job.
That's right. And if anybody out there is looking for a Chihuahua puppy, we have 4 of them.
Yeah, what's the story here, bud?
Again, huh?
Again,
Well,
4
we
more?
really don't want her to have more puppies. It's just we can't get the money up. Then they always say, you can get it done for $125 till you get there. Then they want you to pay for all the other extras.
Yeah.
Before you know, it's $250,
That gets you in the door.
$300.
Yeah, the first 125
Yeah.
gets you in the door.
Are you
That's
talking
it.
about getting her fixed, you mean?
I'm gonna get him
The fee-
fixed.
the- oh, the man?
He's already stuttered himself
Now,
to
let me
death.
ask you a question. You got a male, and then you got a female. You just keep them apart.
That's
Isn't that the nature?
Not-
obviously
Isn't that
you
the
never
nature
own
of
dogs.
evolution?
They're fiery little
Dogs are
Dogs,
when they want living, they ain't listening to you. They're
Well,
just
I
like
think
we are when we're teenagers.
If you keep them,
Brain
if
dead.
they're in the same house and they're not fixed, you're gonna have more puppies, dude.
Yeah, she got to get
It's
fixed.
just gonna happen.
It's hard
Right?
to keep them apart.
Get fixed.
They go berserk.
But you're just gonna keep having more puppies if you don't.
No,
get
they're
them
not
fixed.
gonna. We're gonna get them fixed.
You got to.
They're nice puppies. I seen them
Look
online.
online for some of those spay.
They're really nice
spay
puppies.
coupons and stuff.
Get a hold of Carl if you want
They're
nice
pure
puppies.
purebreds and they're cute as heck. And it's, this is their 3rd batch, which we don't want. We really don't want them.
Hey, we got to also shout out to all the local fire departments.
Oh man, they had so
in
many
Orange,
fire
Ulster, and Sullivan
in
County.
Pennsylvania here too.
In Pennsylvania. It's the dry season, and there was a major forest fire on the Shawangunk Ridge, and a lot
Right.
of other fires over here in Deer Park, and that is one up in Hunter Mountain.
How do you say that? Squonk squonk?
Shawangunk
Hunter Mountain
Mountain.
fire?
Schwangunk.
over Wurtsboro, on the Wurtsboro-Ellenville area. And they had 35 fire companies fighting it, and it was
man.
funny because we were at the Walker Valley Firehouse in the back in the pavilion, celebrating our Cub Scout Moving Up Day ceremonies. We're having a barbecue and the ceremonies, and all of a sudden, trucks started coming in. We had no idea what was going on. They started coming in from other areas, from Sullivan, Ulster County. We're like, "What's going on?" And they mentioned that a brush fire had just started. That was the first day, in the afternoon.
Oh, it's dry
And,
up on the
yeah,
mountain.
that's how we found out about it, and then it went on for
You know,
a couple
we're
thousand acres, I think, burned up.
Hot April always scares me.
Yeah, yeah.
Hot April.
up there on that
The
one
sun
mountain.
They did a
Right
great
onto
job.
the-
I
right onto
don't,
the
as of our showing here on the air, there wasn't any loss of homes or life.
Oh, they
So,
did a great job.
Wonderful.
Yeah, which is great. So kudos to the volunteer firemen, the rangers.
Well,
they
we're playing at the
police
firemen's
involved, shutting off the
parade.
streets and stuff. It was great.
July 25th. We're going to be playing at the end of the
Where's
firemen's
that?
parade in Ellenville.
All right.
Then we're leaving there and we're going up to by Robing Bridge for Lackawaxen Firemen's Fair.
Oh, you
And
got
we're
that
playing
Two
there.
in one day. Huh?
Yeah, they called me back.
Summer, man. If you don't get to see Carl this summer, Carl
I won't
Richards
even
band,
see Carl. I'm gonna.
You're playing two, at least one every weekend, one show, and then
Well, that's our
sometimes
busy
two a day.
season.
Yeah.
Me and Brian used to say, let's not work during the winter. and we'll write songs, and then we'll play in the summer. And that's what we did for years. But we had so many gigs back to back where other bands spread theirs out.
Sure.
But we tried to stay out of the bars. But we was in a hopping bar, the Wild Rodeo Saloon down in Bloomingburg, and a lot of the fans there are NASCAR fans.
We're gonna hook
That
them up.
lady wants to bring them
That'd be
on a
great.
bus trip, or maybe take a bus trip. I don't know. They got a whole gang of people in there.
We got, well, we're going Sunday, May 31st, back to Dover for the 13th annual NASCAR trip I run. Get a hold of us, get a hold of me on Facebook, Benzee Promotions, or Erwin Benzee Benz on Facebook, and we'll get you on board if you're interested. It's a great time, so.
But we're doing the Blueberry Fest. That's August 8th in Ellenville.
That's
and
real. That's usually a hot day.
They
too.
have
That's
12 to
hot.
15,000
That's a
people.
hot one.
April 8th?
That's hot. Every year I see pictures from that, and it is hot. It looks like it's hot anyway.
They have 12 to 15,000 people up there, and they have 200 crafts and vendors. The whole street's just loaded, and we got Side Effects coming, and we got that doo-wop group, the Creations, are going to be there
Oh, they're good.
singing.
Yeah. We had them on the show. They were good.
So I booked them, so it's going to be a mix. The Orange County Fair, we'll be at the Orange County Fair. It's not all booked yet, but it's pretty much already booked. You know, and then Napanock Days,
That's in July sometime.
you know, so there's a lot of things going on we're going to be doing. We're going to be in Port Jervis at the Pavilion stage over in Riverside Park. I don't know the date off the
They're
top of
doing
my
the
head.
summer concert series.
Yeah, summer
that was-
concert
that was
series.
fun.
A lot of people everybody knows, and
You play in Middletown once in a while because on that bus trip we're on, the Mohegan Sun, it's like a major contingent from the Middletown Walmart. Give yourselves a hand, everybody.
yeah, come on, get going on that damn bus.
See if they're paying attention on board. See if they're paying attention.
Put down that wine bottle and them bags you won
yeah,
from
like,
Benzee's
I don't know who's
raffle.
going to be working. I don't know who's working because they're all on the trip.
I only won
They
one.
must have shut that
I
place
only
down.
won one thing from the raffles on that trip. I won a bag.
Hey, where
that
do you
the
think,
stuff
where do you
came
think
in.
I
What
get
kinda-
my Hawaiian shirts from?
Yeah, he says you won this special bag. I says, oh God, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you. But yeah, it's a
And
good
how about the
place.
bus driver? He's a real winner. That
Yeah,
guy's
we
a
usually-
good guy.
Another shout out to Dennis and Gary. You know, and with the Dover we got two buses, so we'll have both of them, Dennis and Gary, and they do a great job. Dennis has been driving our trips for 15 years. The trips
When's
I
the hot
started
dog?
running the
When's
trips
the hot dog tour coming up?
Saturday, September 12th, folks. It's not too. I mean, it's going to be right around the corner.
It goes so quick, and
That and we got a couple of spots I can announce officially that John Fox, New Jersey's foremost authority on hot dogs, he's been on the Travel Channel, the Food Network. He's my co-host. We set it up together. We picked Galloping Hill Inn is where we're starting from.
right.
We start there every year. That's in Union, New Jersey, and the Union Pork Store, which is considered the most popular and best quality pork store in the country. We're actually going there, but they serve quality hot dogs. So that's why we're going.
Right.
And they're going to set up in the back. They're setting up free samples for everybody. So it's a freebie. And then they hope on the way out, if you want to buy a package of hot dogs, brats, you know.
Oh, that's
whatever.
just the one big party.
Yeah,
that hot
it's a
dog
great
tour.
day. So I can announce that. I already know the other spots, but they haven't been announced yet. So I can't. They haven't been announced on social media, and John would get upset. if
And
I
my
announced them.
favorite
I'll tell you off
spot,
the
my
air, but-
favorite spot,
I'll tell you off the air.
you know, is up in New York State here. And they're all great because I love hot dogs.
Nick's.
Nick's Hot Dogs, and they're one of the few people that make a real Texas wiener. You don't find many that do
That's
with
right.
chopped onions and
That's right.
chili and everything on it, and mustard.
Nick's
oh,
is over in New
man.
Windsor. It's a hot dog. It's a truck. On
I
207
wish they were
300.
closer. I would go
207
see them
and
more
300.
Is
often.
that right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They've been there since 1989.
I don't
at the
get out
same
that much
location.
over that way. Otherwise,
Oh,
I'd be
man.
going
Whenever
there.
I'm
often.
over in that area, I stop in and say hi. And they're a big supporter of the station, too.
Oh yeah,
They-
and
they-
they actually one time
I
they
gotta go in there.
donated.
300?
On our anniversary show one year, they donated the hot dogs.
100
served
hot
everybody.
dogs, the rolls,
Yeah.
all the toppings and
It's
everything.
on Route 300 or where? Where is
At the corner of 207 and 300. It's actually
You
on
can't miss it.
207 and 300, south of the Walmart.
And all the
Oh,
people
man, I'm
from
by Bandit Steak
the
and
Baptist
stuff, by
Church.
Maroney, the motorcycle shop, right down the block.
The gang from the Baptist
They're there every
Church
day.
goes there.
What's he
Where,
It's nice. It's a nice. They got picnic tables set up. It's a nice truck.
where
It's
Daryl
a
goes.
Pull in,
motorcycle
easy
shop
to
is
get
there.
in and out, easy parking. Yeah, it's
Where
nice.
Daryl does the
motorcycle
rehearsals
shop.
for the church, they
Sure,
do
It's
plays.
not far from there.
They all go down there and have hot dogs.
Yeah.
You can have all kinds of stuff there, but I'm a Texas
check
wiener
her out.
person.
Yeah, they just don't. They have other food.
I love
besides
Texas
hot dogs.
wieners.
And some days, like once a week, she'll post on
Oh, and you get a
social
piece of
media
cake with
that
it,
yeah,
too.
you get a cake or a cupcake for free. Yeah, a piece of cake or a cupcake. Certain days, you know.
I gotta check this.
Yeah, it's really
I go
cool.
up to Castle Point.
It's
and
real.
do
I
some-
gotta thank. I
Oh,
gotta.
drive right
take a
by.
ride and take
I gotta thank the boys at Quickway Diner. They actually moved my CDs up to the front.
Oh, that's nice. So people can
And-
actually see
and we're
them.
making a new poster for inside of that so that people can see it. And we got a new commercial, which I'll let everybody hear when I finally they release. I gotta just tweak it a little bit,
Take it from Teak.
and it's
Take it from V.
burgers to bumpers.
The Quickway Diner's the place to be.
Burgers and bumpers.
Burgers to bumpers.
I'm only a few miles from there. I'm always popping in there for a coffee. They got great coffee. The soups are good. The breakfasts are good. The meals are good. It's all good food.
I tried
You
to
can't go
talk
wrong.
them into.
Price is right too.
Well, I
Good
tried to
prices.
talk them into buying that old restaurant down 17 more. It's been empty for years.
I know which one you're
And make a
talking
deli
about.
there or something. He goes, I'm already busy. I
He's
don't.
got his hand in. They got their hand in so many operations. Those guys.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're good
yeah.
guys. They took good care of me, and we go there often, me and my wife.
And now in the summer months, you got that Twin Cone open, the ice cream
Oh,
store
God.
right next to it, and that place is packed.
that has the
packed
biggest ice
every
cream.
day.
Anybody who loves ice cream, we got some here in this area here that are good, but you want you ask for a large, you can't lick it fast enough. It runs right down your arm and everything. It's so big. It's
Yeah,
out of this world.
my kids are hooked on the Twin Cone there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're always asking, can we go to Twin Cone? Can we go to Twin Cone?
smart boys.
Yeah.
But listen, we got Carmine somewhere. He's hiding in the woods here.
Carmine the crooner is going to play
Something
your favorites, folks. Favorite songs.
from way back when.
From way back. From the Remember When days.
We let him rehearse for 5 minutes, and it's going to be really good. And hey, who's drinking that water in the bus? We could see you.
Wait till we get the raffles going, folks.
Yeah, I don't want no more old bags.
Oh, actually, if we're watching this, the raffles are probably.
I don't
probably
want to.
finished.
I don't want to win any bags.
But
No, I want a
What's that
bag.
all about?
There's a
about
lot of
the
different
raffles.
prizes. He won a like a tote bag, right? What was a tote bag?
There's nothing in it. It was like,
Yeah, well,
no, but
tote
it's
bag
it
is a
is a
tote
lot
bag.
of
What do
fun.
you want?
Carmine
Put
usually
stuff in it.
sings.
Yeah, you gotta.
You gotta
Carmine.
use
Find
it.
something to put in it, Carl.
Carmine usually sings on the bus, which is great too. They all
Yeah.
love that, and we've had the polka guy come down
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the hot dog tour. That was
Polka
pretty
Man.
good.
That was good.
Yeah, so we
Mark
don't
the
know who
Polka
the heck's
Man.
gonna
Shout
sing
out
on
to
there.
Mark the Polka Man. Shout out to everybody
All right, let's-
in Pine Bush, Walker Valley, Bullville, Cub Scouts, everybody. You guys did a great job.
Mountain Rest Inn, I'll be there
Pack
soon.
41, Pine Bush. I just want to mention that.
Yeah, I know you do. All right, let's go here.
All right. Back from his international tour, the one, the only Carmine Pace, better known as Carmine the Crooner.
All
Take
right,
it away,
baby.
Carmine.
There you go. Hey, look at that. I'm too tall. Hold on. There we go. That's okay. You guys are getting treated to my preview of a show I'm working on. It's called Great Singers and Songs of the 60s. Lots of S's in there. And starting with Elvis, of course. Got to start with Elvis. This was from 1961, I believe. And this was a big hit for our boy Elvis. I guess one of the most romantic songs. You hear this at weddings all the time. Wise men say only fools rush in, with you shall I stay. Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you. Started the tribute off with the king of rock and roll, Mr. Elvis Presley. Yep. Doot, 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 doot. And this next one is a very underrated singer, Lenny Welsh, who passed away a few years back, but he was one of the greatest, I think one of the greatest singers of the 60s. So my little tribute to Lenny, and it's a very sad song. Try not to cry. When you just give love and never get love, you'd better let love depart. I know it's so, and yet I know I can't get you out of my heart. You make me leave my happy home. You took my love and now you're gone. Since I fell for you, love brings such misery and pain. I guess I'll never feel the same since I fell for you. Well, it's too bad, and it's too sad, but I'm in love with you. First you loved me, oh, then you snubbed me, but what can I do? I'm still I get the blues most every night since I fell for you. Since I fell for you. Isn't that a beautiful song? That's probably the saddest love song I've ever heard. Let's have a shot of vodka and we'll move on. Oh, that's water. That's water. I'm kidding. This is Access TV. We can't drink vodka. Not until after the show. And then we have All We Want. These are, again, I'm going to continue on. This was, see if you can guess who sang this song. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart is saying my someplace is here. If I had it in my power, I would arrange for every girl to have your charm. And every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. Take it, ladies. If I had it, they're really short. I would arrange for every girl to have your charms. Every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. Everybody loves somebody sometime. That's right, folks. That was Dean Martin, the King of Cool. People don't realize that the Rat Pack guys had some of their biggest hits in the 60s, actually. Sammy and Frank and Dean all had their signature songs were all hits in the 1960s. Now let's see if you know who sang this next one. I'm going to test you again. So at the end of the song, I'll tell you who it was. Well, it seems like dreams like I've always had. Well, they could be, should be, making me glad. So why am I blue? It's up to you to explain. I'm thinking maybe, baby, I'll go away. Someday, some way, you'll come and say, it's you that I need. Maybe you'll be pleading in vain. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, and even be glad just to be sad, thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be me, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do, for nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.
Carmine the crooner.
He's a crooning.
Carmine Pace, better known as Carmine the crooner.
No, right over there.
That's it. Carmine, welcome aboard, buddy. Say hi to everybody on the Mohegan Sun trip.
Hey, everybody on the Mohegan Sun trip. Sorry I couldn't.
Hey, wake up, you in the first row.
Let
Carmine.
me off on Friday.
Carmine performs on all the Sunday, we should say,
Yeah.
Sunday casino trips because you're off and you're able to do it. And occasionally we throw in a midweek trip and you can't do them.
Yeah.
So this is the next best thing. We still got Carmine.
Yeah, well, you guys.
Yeah, maybe we put a whole collection of these together, and you could just run that for a while.
We could do that. I mean,
I could dress up in a tux and stand in front of the New York skyline here and just.
it's a funny thing.
There
you
you go.
know who became a big hit back in the 80s was a guy by the name of Charlie Prose. I don't know if you remember Charlie
No,
Prose.
I don't.
He used to play Atlantic City. And he had a show. He would sing. He'd have other acts come out. It was like a variety show
Okay.
on stage in Atlantic City. And he just played local, like nothing big. What he would do, he made a copy. He started making copies of his show. He taped it and started giving them out to the bus groups, the bus drivers, for the bus drivers to play for free, going and coming to the casinos. And people would start, he's a really funny guy. And then they started saying, "Oh, let's go see him. Let's go see him." Yeah. So for about 20 years, his Christmas show at these bally's and resorts would sell out. I mean, like for 2 weeks straight. And he's been playing just over the last few years. He stopped playing and touring. He's up there in age, but he's still around. And this would be a great idea. We start making shows and giving them out to bus groups.
Well, yeah, we keep putting our shows on there. We're going to drive everybody nuts.
Charlie
They'll
Prose,
be
check him
climbing
out.
out the windows and everything.
He's a really funny guy. Check him out on the internet.
Yeah,
he's got YouTube videos and that type of thing.
Well, he's obviously a smart man. That's
very smart
is
businessman.
a huge part of.
Yeah,
of the
he
music
was like
business.
basically Mr. Atlantic City for many
Well, we had to
years,
move
yeah.
Carmine back because it looked like the top of his head was on fire, as usual at this station, because you're right
why my hair is so
underneath that bright light.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And so we
Look
moved
good to
you.
me.
Yeah,
I
it looks.
didn't have
And
no
who
idea.
sang that song when he was just singing?
Yeah, that's why I was going to test your knowledge of trivia. That was actually Tony Bennett had a hit with that in 1963, I think.
Carl, I think it was Tony Bennett in 1963 sang that song.
Yep, see, he got it right.
Oh, brother, you educated me.
Yeah, we got a. And I
Thanks
just
for the
wanna,
hint.
I want to send a shout out to Tony. August 3rd will be Tony Bennett's 89th birthday.
Did you know he sang a couple Hank Williams songs, but Hank didn't like him singing, and he wanted to sing it.
Was
He
it?
didn't like it at all,
Was it
actually.
last year or this year? He's doing a tour with the Lady Gaga.
Just last year.
Oh, that was last year, right? That was amazing.
Cheek to
You
cheek
can't
tour,
hold
they
a good
call it.
I didn't
talent
see
down.
him, but I
That
heard it was
guy's
a great
great.
tour.
And he had the two, and she's full-blooded Italian too, as well as Tony Bennett
yeah?
is. Tony Bennett's people come from the same part of Italy as my folks, Reggio Calabria. So
There were a
he's
couple.
he's what we call a paisan.
He's a guy like for the bucket list. These old time stars, Tony Bennett.
They sell out
you
in these
know,
small theaters.
Frank, I seen him back in the mid '80s, so
Never
I got to see him. That was
Very,
great,
very upset I
really
never
good.
got to see Frank Sinatra. I
Another
did
one
see
that
Tony.
we saw last year was a legend, living legend, Willie Nelson.
Right.
I got to see him in concert. You played for him, so you've seen him and hang out.
Oh, I
with him
seen
many
him in
times,
his
but I
bus.
had never seen him in concert.
I seen him drunk in his
So
bus. Anyway.
that was good to see him. Another guy I want to see is a comedian. And he's like a living legend, Don Rickles. I've never seen
yeah,
him.
Don is still with
I
us.
hear he's great in concert.
He's still around.
Uh-oh,
So
there
if we
goes
have-
a mouse just came
If I ever
loose.
get a chance to catch him in concert,
I believe Don has to be 90.
Mouse in the
At least
house.
90. He's got to be, right?
I hear he's
Oh,
still
they're all
great.
up in them ages, yeah.
But those old time performers, that you,
Well,
you,
they
you
had
don't
to
get
be
a chance
good.
to see 'em unless like you go to Vegas. They probably play out in Vegas a lot.
Yeah, Don is. I saw him on Letterman recently, and it was tough. I mean, he's having some issues. I mean, they had to help him walk out.
Yeah.
He's having some knee. And
I know a lot of artists like that. They have to be carried off the stage.
Usually that's after a few drinks, but he's starting off that way.
You know who else? Who's a performer that sells out every single show, and I mean in minutes.
Rolling Stones.
Barry Manilow.
Oh,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Barry Manilow. He's another living legend, don't you think?
yeah.
Send the congratulations out
Yeah.
to Barry Manilow.
Why don't we get why don't we get him on the show? Come on, Barry. Come on, Barry.
Mail manager, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That was the worst
we're not
kept
judging.
secret going.
We're not
That was the
judging.
worst kept secret.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
know,
right.
really. But I actually.
I love his music.
I'm
I
a
don't
fan
care what
of all-
anybody says.
I'm not ashamed
I
to
write
admit
the
I'm a-
songs
I
that
love his
make
music.
the
I'd love to see him in
whole
concert. Never
sing.
seen him in concert.
Isn't that-
Did
didn't he
get to
sing
see
that?
Elton John once.
I saw.
Yeah, he was really good. With Billy
Great
Joel. They did
I
a
seen
double.
Nancy Sinatra. Wasn't that
They
good?
did the pianos back to back. It was really cool.
These boots are made for walking. They should
Only
have
problem
ran.
with that. The only problem with that was the show was basically cut in half. So instead of like when Billy Joel played, I've seen him a few times.
Yeah.
He would play 3 hours.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah.
You know
Elton
that?
John played for 3 hours.
They-
But when you put them both, two headliners like that, they play for an hour and a half
They
each.
booed
You know what I
Nancy
mean?
Sinatra off the stage.
I
These
hate
things
to-
happen.
I hate to
Down
say
at the
it.
show I went to see.
Was she wearing her boots?
Yeah, that was her hit song.
I
but
hate to say-
she
Why'd they
did-
boo her?
Forgive me.
She couldn't sing like Frank naturally, and she
You
was
know who
out
else
of
I
key
saw?
or
His
something.
brother, Frank's brother.
I never saw him.
Whatever.
His
what's
son
name?
sang too.
Oh, is that his son?
His
maybe
son, yeah,
maybe it
Frank
was his son.
Sinatra
Frank
Jr.
Sinatra Jr. I saw him at
He sounds a
at
lot like his
Harris in Atlantic
dad.
City.
Sounds a lot like his dad. Not exactly like his dad.
And my law enforcement friends will know what I mean by this. On the
Yes,
arm. On the arm. Comped. That was a great show because it was free. Didn't sound that great, but he was singing all of Frank. He really wasn't a great singer.
It sucked,
he
but it was
had
fun. I know that deal.
He had the stage presence,
Yes, yeah.
and he talked like his father.
Well, we
and the whole
could have
thing.
went down and met Willie, but we
You
was
know.
tied up there in that situation.
Yeah.
You know, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun when. What's that? Your brother-in-law?
Yeah, my brother-in-law got this.
And
got-
we're gonna
gets
be
good
doing
seats
something for
every
him.
year.
We're gonna be doing something for him.
Yes, we are on Saturday, July 18th,
Right.
at the Bloomingburg Restoration Society. I
It's
think
in the church.
Historical Society at the church in Bloomingburg. They're going to be setting up a little concert series, and Carl's going to start it off.
Well, it's not the whole band. It's gonna be more or less a couple of us.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is we're going to play, and then we're going to have it where people can ask us questions out of the
Q&A.
audience about my career and that kind of stuff.
And that's one in July. They're
almost
looking
like
to
an
do another one in
unplugged type thing.
August, and
Yeah.
we're looking to have Carmine do that one.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna have Terry.
Carmine and Terry, yeah.
Hall.
Yeah,
was,
well-
wonderful. She's a chanteuse. You don't hear that
They're
word
looking to
too
do
often
that
anymore, but
looking to do it once a
she
month
would be considered. Yeah.
in the in the spring, summer, fall. Not so much in the winter. Weather is the weather's
Hey,
bad.
and maybe this
Oh,
year
no,
Carmine can make toys for kids with us.
That would be great.
Yeah,
He ain't
last
working.
Year, last year I had to. I actually was able to attend it, but I couldn't perform because I had to cut out to get to work early.
That's right.
It was a good though last year. We raised
have a
a
date on
lot
that?
of
It's in
toys.
December.
It's December 5th.
December 5th, folks. It's never too early to plan.
It's a
in
2 or
Ellenville.
3 day event actually. We're just there.
We're there from noon to 4
Right.
at Norbury Hall.
And they
On
got
Saturday.
Well, they got so many things
But they
going.
started Friday night, all day Saturday, and Sunday. When it first started, it was just us doing a
It's
concert,
really a
collecting
great,
toys.
Really a great event. and
Now,
people
last
should
year
really
they
support it.
collected over 850
Yeah, I mean,
toys.
you really should support.
No,
it.
they
Right?
collected enough toys for 800 homes.
Oh, 800 homes.
Isn't it? That's even.
It's even more.
yeah.
That's
It's like
more
Well,
toys.
because we
one
don't
kid per
see
house,
we
yeah.
don't see what they collect in all the stores where they have drop boxes.
That's right.
and the churches and the fire companies deliver the toys. So
We're
there's
just
no
not-
discretion or nothing.
Yeah, we're like one location now. And
Yeah.
all over Ellenville are drop-off points.
Well, the thing
So-
is, I mean, that's like the culmination of it, and Carl's band, you know, usually finishes the show, and it's always one.
Oh, we
Always
finish it.
great show.
They clear the place. No, but
It's amazing too, because when it gets close to 4, they start taking the tables down because they got something going on in the
Yeah.
park.
Yeah, they're on such a time schedule.
Oh, they are.
You know,
They gotta
they
keep to
definitely
it.
don't want us to go over.
But Josie Lou, the country girl, was there, and Mr. Phil, of course.
This will be the 5th year? Or
Sixth.
A lot of
Sixth.
talented
Last year was the
people.
5th.
Well, we do
I
Napa.
love emceeing it because it's a lot
We
of
do
fun.
Napa
you know?
Knock days just before Christmas out in the park. We had 280 people came out with lawn chairs to hear us play, and I sold $400 worth of CDs. I split the money with them for the toys for kids.
That's great.
See, that's wonderful.
So it helps with the advertising and stuff, but it's growing so fast. It's like,
really is.
and then also this year we're going to be doing the food bank drive in Port Jervis again over in Riverside Park. We didn't get a date yet, but you know, if you want to come down, Mark West emceed last year. You were busy,
I couldn't do. I think I had a trip that day.
and
We had a trip going.
that's going to grow. We
Give me a
had
date in advance. I'll love to.
we had the
Was it a Saturday?
I think it was a
I
Saturday.
had soccer, kids soccer.
It was cold
Do it on a
out though. A
Sunday.
lot of the
Sunday's
entertainers
better.
didn't be able to play because we had to shut down. It was freezing out.
That's another-
But the onion farmers donated 85 5-pound bags of onions,
That's nice.
and people donated canned
Those are the
goods.
best onions too, Pine Island.
Oh,
Pine
good.
Island
Black dirt
onions,
region,
black,
yeah.
black
Yeah.
dirt region up here in upstate New York are the best onions
So Port
around,
Jervis,
folks.
get ready
Come
for
up
that.
to the Hudson
'cause
Valley, get your black
Canned
dirt
goods
onions.
is what we want. Canned
Pine
goods.
Island, New York.
Canned goods are good.
Get over there.
because
They
last,
support the food pantries, the food banks in the Hudson Valley. You got to support them.
You know, and John Fagione, who runs the recreation thing, I asked him if we could do it, and he was 100% for it. So
Sure, why not?
he jumped on board, and it was his baby. We started it, me and my wife, and we're trying to do this all over to bring some community awareness to people.
That's
Every community could use that.
absolutely.
A show like
Well,
that.
we're going to spread it. As long as I can stay standing, we're going to do that.
I hear you.
You know, when you sing on his bus trips, you got to watch out, folks, because that gets jerking and stuff. You want to fall right down into the bus pit there. I just seen Carmine do it
I
a couple
did,
times.
I fell in a guy's lap one time. It was a little
Dennis
embarrassing, but
does
he
a
bought
great
me
job.
dinner later.
Dennis is driving a bus, or Dennis or Gary, whoever's driving it, and they're listening right now. But they keep the bus pretty steady when
it's not their
Carmine's
fault.
singing.
And not
There's
only
nothing you can
that,
do
we got to
sometimes,
change
you know?
something on the raffles and stuff.
What's that?
Everybody in the back of the bus wins. That's not right.
You know, all I hear is "shake 'em up, shake 'em up." We're gonna hear it We're gonna hear it again. Well, every time you hear
And
it,
you always
shake it
think
up.
they're talking about the tickets.
But
They're
it's
actually
funny
talking about
because
something else.
because it's funny. Sometimes the front of the bus will win everything, and then the back of the bus
They
is
do?
complaining.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's-
does happen.
No,
you
it's
can't make
it's
everybody
fun. I'm
happy,
just.
yeah.
You're pulling the tickets out of
Then you get the one where somebody
out of a hat,
wins,
basically.
somebody else wins 5 times the same person.
Yeah.
You don't know. You
There are
don't know.
people. There are people buy a lot of tickets.
Yeah, that's it.
Buy $20 worth of tickets, you have 4 times the odds of.
But
somebody
whatever it
buying
is, it's
$5
all
worth of
Carmine's
tickets.
fault.
Yeah,
So
it
don't
usually
worry.
is. Yeah, that's my
You know,
ex-wife
you-
attested.
the more tickets you have, the better your odds are of winning. You know.
Yeah, he caught it, Carmine. It's all Carmine's fault. He don't shake him up good.
Now
That's
you
'cause
got
I'm usually wearing a sports bra. when
this
I
new
perform.
show you're putting together.
Yeah, he's got his
How
new
long you
show.
been setting this up? Yeah.
Actually, this is pretty much the first time I'm trying these
Wow.
songs out in public. I'm hoping.
Good songs.
I'm trying to target it for the when the casinos open, and I guess it's going to be at least another 18 months or so before they open
Here, yeah.
in Sullivan County. Yay, we got the contract, and I'm hoping to. Obviously, I can't aspire to play the big rooms like the big acts, you know. But I'd be totally thrilled to just do the smaller lounges. I'd be more than happy, and it's going to be called Carmine Sings Great Singers and Songs of the 60s.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of
great.
S's, but you know, it's easy to remember.
That's easy to remember, and
It's not
the
that
songs
easy.
are great.
No, it's easy.
And basically, you'd be surprised. And as I mentioned earlier, we don't realize that although the crooners had their day before the 60s with the British invasion and the Beatles and everything kind of overshadowed
And the
it a
doo-wop,
little bit.
yeah.
But Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis all had their signature songs were all hits in the 60s. You had Everybody Loves Somebody for Dean.
Well, I think
That's
Larry
right.
Chance was in the 60s too,
Yeah, it
it was
wasn't
early
he?
60s.
Remember
that's
when?
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I don't think that's the song.
That's
he
not
did.
his? Oh, that might be the
Yeah, that's Larry.
That's
Yeah.
Larry, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Remember your member.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I didn't say that.
One of our good friends.
He's coming on
Larry's been
soon,
the show.
Larry.
Larry Chance and the Earls. Hey,
Larry.
shout out to them.
He's going to be back on soon, by the way, Larry Chance and the Earls.
What a fantastic entertainer. I mean, he gets.
Oh, we
he
have
goes
fun
out
with
there.
him
He'll-
from
He
down.
stays out there for 3 hours for crying out loud.
Yeah, Carl just recently
He
posted
wa-
that
they
picture
gotta
on
pull him
Facebook
off the
of us doing
stage.
The Christmas special with Larry,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
he's a
yeah.
great
He's
guy.
the only superstar I look like. It's great.
What a pleasure it was that show singing with Larry Chance and the Earls,
Christmas songs.
Christmas songs, independent country artist Hall of Famer Carl
Oh.
Richards, and Carmine the Crooner,
Hey, you know,
international recording
You talk
star.
so much. We
It's
got to
amazing.
get Carmine.
And I'm singing
glad I
Christmas
hardly
songs
say a
with these
word.
guys. It was amazing. That was great. It was so much
Good
fun.
thing you don't drink behind this.
Wasn't
stuff.
really singing. I was kind of, just going along with the flow. But I was happy to be standing up there.
You guys are in for a treat now because
All right.
We're gonna be in for a treat.
with some of the harder songs in
All
this
right.
half of the set. And if I step back because some phlegm might be shooting out, I'm going to try to hit some
Hey,
high
watch
notes.
you hit that
Watch it
guy
on
in
the
the front
bus.
row.
You know, if
Yeah.
the lens goes blurry, you know what's happening.
We gotta say yeehaw, all the folks on the bus.
Yeehaw!
There we go.
All
All
right.
right, go ahead,
All right,
Carmine.
here I go.
Carmine's going to take us out with some
I
hits of the
forever,
60s.
I forever blowing bubbles. Or
I'm forever blowing.
I met that guy, by the way.
Forever blowing bubbles.
he wrote
Don's Hall.
he wrote
I mean,
love
Don
letters
Hall.
in the sand too.
Really?
Carmine, do you know who wrote them songs?
No, I don't.
See, Nick Kenny.
Nick Kenny, world famous. All right. So
I met him. You really love it,
All
don't you?
right.
we're going to go back, and he's going to take us out. The one, the only international recording star, Carmine Pace. You know him as Carmine the Crooner. Take it
All
away,
right,
buddy.
baby.
Now, what 60s tribute would be complete without Mr. Roy Orbison? Possibly, I think, one of the greatest singers of the 60s. Not the best-looking guy in the world, but looked a little like Myrtle the Turtle, but he could sure sing. I'll tell you that. That's why he wore those sunglasses all the time. Sorry, Roy. No, I'm good. Unless you got the Wayfarers. Now, I know you guys at home all know this song, and you folks on the bus know this too. Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I'd like to meet. Pretty woman, I don't believe you, you're not the truth. No one could look as good as you. Mercy. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me? Pretty woman, I couldn't help but see. Pretty woman, and you look lovely as can be, but are you lonely just like me? Pretty woman, stop a while. Pretty woman, talk a while. Pretty woman, give your smile to me. Pretty woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty woman, look my way. Pretty woman, say you'll stay with me. 'Cause I need you, I'll treat you right. Come to me, baby, be mine tonight. Pretty woman, don't walk on by. Pretty woman, don't make me cry. Pretty woman, don't walk away, yeah. Okay, if that's the way it must be, okay. I guess I'll go on home, it's late. Could be tomorrow night, but wait, what do I see? Is she walking back to me? Yeah, she's walking back to me. Whoa, whoa, pretty woman. Thank you. I need a little more water. Gonna have to bring a bottle of Gatorade for the ride home. That's an empty bottle of Gatorade. You figure it out. Gonna keep going now, you know. Caught me a while. Must we say goodbye? Each time we part, my heart wants to die. Darling, hear my prayer. God of the affair, I'll be your love till the end. Till the end of time. Till the end of time. God of me a mine. God of me a mine. God of me a mine. Ouch. God of me a mine. God of me a why must we say goodbye? Each time we part, my heart wants to die. Darling, hear my prayer. God of me a fair. Help me out, Ron. I'll be your love till the end. Till the end of time. Till the end of time. God of me a mine. 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 La 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 la. Each time we part, that's part. My heart wants to die. Darling, hear my prayer. Out of the affair. Help me, guys. I'll be your love till the end. Till the end of time. Till the end of time. Call me a mine. Call me a mine. Call me a mine. Tight underwear. Call me a mine. Call me a mine. Call me a mine. Thank you. Oh, my voice is. That was a little Jay Black from Jay Black and the Americans, of course, another one of the greatest singers of the 60s. Now I'm really scared. Let's see what happens on this next one. I'm not even going to announce it. I'm just going to go right into it. I'm sweating a little bit here, though. Paul McCartney and the Beatles. Michelle, my belle, these are words that go together well. My Michelle, Michelle, my belle, sont les mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. I love you, I love you, I love you. That's all I want to say. Until I find a way, I will say the only words I know that you'll understand. Michelle, my belle, sont les mots qui vont très bien ensemble. Très bien ensemble. I need you, I need you, I need you. I need to make you see just what you mean to me. But till I do, I'm telling so you'll understand. I love you. I want you, I want you, I want you. I think you know by now. I'll get to you somehow. But till I do, I'm telling you, so you'll understand. Michel, my belle, Solimo qui vont très bien ensemble. I will say the only words I know that you'll understand. My Michelle. That was written by Paul McCartney, of course, the Beatles. How could you do a tribute to the 60s without the Beatles? I'm going to end for you now with a song that's sure to tear my voice to shreds. Mr. Bobby Hatfield, the late, great Mr. Bobby Hatfield, a song from was actually a great jazz standard that they redid, and it was made famous again in the movie Ghost. And thanks for watching, folks, and yeehaw! And I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much for you. Still more, I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea.